First time I ever used this helmet mount, so we'll see how it does. I don't know. So on map 2, I've only ridden a few miles and I've already burned like almost a quarter of the battery already. This sand sucks it out, but here we go. Oh, yeah, man. Whew. Oh, stop. Sand is soft today, man. Woo! Constant look, these trails. Brutal. Oh, oh. My hands are tired. So awesome. Be careful. There's a lot of logs on this trail around the turns. Woo! That map 2 goodness me. Dang. These whoops are like 3 foot deep. They ain't your grandma's whoops. It is like doing 1,000 squats. Woo. Oh, big log. Damn. Oh my God. Hill. Oh, this bike is so much fun. So much fun. Hey, what, that section right there, my KTM, I always have to slow up more. Because this just jumps over the whoops easier. It just does. It's heavier, but for some reason, I can just hop over them with no problem. Jump! Yeah! Man, with the double brakes, you can just stop so much easier with this and just control your braking. Looks like on camera, but in person it feels like I'm hauling butt for these things. Well, I love this bike. Had to get a little far away because the generator's a little noisy to record over there. What's up, guys? So I got the Alta out here tonight. Just having a great ride. It's been a good time, had a lot of fun. I took it out for its first real ride a few days ago at a different location than this. A spot where the trails are much tighter. You can go as fast, but you just got to be good. But these trails at this spot I'm here tonight are a little more wide open. But on that ride a couple nights ago, started with a full charge, and I rode it mostly in map 1 just to see how much battery power I would use and how many miles I would get riding in map 1. I ended up finishing the night, had a blinking bar left at the bottom, 1 bar, so I ran it down pretty far. I got 17.6 miles, I think it was, so 17.6 miles, which actually I think it took me like 2 hours, so I had like some stops and goes, and a lot of stops and goes and all that. Oh, by the way, I took a nasty crash. I'll show you some pictures. I came around a turn, and I forgot about the engine braking. I've been on this trail before, my 350, but I forgot about the engine braking on this thing when I was in map 1. As you know, map 1's got a lot more engine braking, and I just cut the first tree a little too tight. My bar clipped it, and it kind of hit my shoulder, and it took I got a little whiskey, boom, hit the second tree, and then boom, smashed in the third tree, sent me flying. I had to lay in the dirt, in the bushes, and just stare at the sky for a good 10 minutes to catch my breath because it knocked the wind out of me. I took a nice rib shot, and I hit my head really hard on the tree, the first tree. It gave me like an instant headache, and it's 2 days later, and I still kind of have a headache, so I don't know if I got a mild concussion or not. It was a pretty hard hit, but as you can see in those pictures, the bike went down. Not too much damage. I did bend one of the handguard bar protectors a little bit, the piece that hooks onto the handlebars. Nothing terrible. It's still fine. Not really any other damage to the bike. I mean, that was it. So I'm kind of thankful because it was a hard hit. Tonight, I started as well on a full charge at this location. These trails are a little more wide open. The difference with this spot is there's definitely more. They're both soft, but I think this spot definitely has more soft than hard trail, a lot more softer sand. I was in map 1 and 2 mostly. Second half was mostly map 2, just blasting it. And I think I finished, I had like a bar and a half left, maybe, I don't know, but I think I did 16.5 miles or something like that, which kind of surprised me. I thought it would be a little less since I did a lot more map 2 riding, a lot more hard throttling on this ride. Some things I noticed on this ride today was at this location. This is a spot where I've ridden my 350 a lot. Some of these trails I know really well. And while I can go pretty decently fast on the 350, on this thing I can definitely go faster. I don't know, it's just some of these spots, the whoops are like 3 foot down, up and down, up and down, and I feel like I can just clear them easier on this bike for whatever reason. I don't know, it just clears them better and easier, and I can just go faster. I can stop a little faster, I can react a little faster with both brakes on the handlebar. That rear brake, I just feel like I have a more precise control. Now I have a rear brake on the 350 as well. It's just not as good as this Brembo rear brake I got on the Alta. You know, it's just a bigger reservoir, bigger braided cable line. So it just stops it a little better. The other one, the aux brake, will lock up the 350, but just not as quick and easy as this one does. It takes a little more pressure. And one other thing about going fast on this bike was that, especially in the beginning of the ride, is my hands were getting really tired. There was one long trail I did, it's about 2.5 miles, and I was just nonstop flying. At the end of that trail, with so many whoops and controlling, my hands were so numb, I could barely even turn the key to turn the bike off. It was like, I was like, oh man. So that is a real thing. I don't really get arm pump, I just get hand tiredness. That's my deal. I don't know if everybody's the same, what it is you get when you ride real fast like that or what, but that's just what happens with me. So as you can see, it was like 4:45 when I stopped. The sun's down. You see it's already set here, so charging the bike up. I don't know how much riding I'm going to get in left because it's getting dark, but I just want to do a little more riding before I pack it up and get out of here. I kind of changed my schedule, so I'm getting up earlier now, going to the gym, and then so I can get my afternoons free to ride. Now that it's going to be darker an hour earlier, that's actually tomorrow. Daily saving is tomorrow, so we're going to lose an hour tomorrow, which is... But, some guys won't ride in the wintertime. Like, oh, it's too cold, it's too cold. Whatever, you warm up as you ride. If you're riding hard, you'll get warm fast. Sometimes I have to take my layers off because I'm just sweating riding. But I've ridden out here in this spot in 6 inches of snow, 10 degrees I've ridden out here. When I had my RMZ 250, I used to ride out here all the time. So, so I want to adjust my schedule, get some afternoon riding in more. That tire I have on it, the MX12, man, that baby, it just rips. I love that tire. It's just such a great tire, man. I recommend it to anybody, especially the 18-inch. Like I said, it is running on the Briggs and Stratton generator, started on the second pull. It's only, really the first time I've used it. The quiet technology doesn't work you know, using this 240 volt charger. So I got it fast charging, you know, because it needs a little more juice, I guess. But it's actually really quiet if you're not doing that. I mean, when it's just running on the quiet mode, it's actually super quiet. Like, you don't even really hear it. I'd be interested to see how much it's charged already. It's been on there probably, I don't know, maybe almost a half hour now. So I'll go check it out and see. Alright, so it's like halfway. I don't even know that it's been a full half hour yet. It might have been. Probably has been. It's getting colder out, man. I gotta put some warmer clothes on. It's chilly out here. So I don't know if you can hear me with the generator running, but I'm actually wearing the Moose armor shirt. And this shirt is great. I've tried a lot of the full armor jackets on. I actually bought like 10 of them at once. The Alpine Stars, the Leat, you know, all the big major brands spent a lot of money, like a couple $1,000s doing it. And I really couldn't stick with any of them for various reasons, but this was like 90 bucks. It zips up down the side. It's got elbow pads and shoulder pads that actually have really good coverage on either side. It comes with a chest pad as well and a back pad, but I take those out because I wear a chest protector, but you can wear those if you want. I also have this Aiken moto. It's for the company of Australia, AKIN Aiken. It's the hoodie. It's Kevlar lined. It has a waterproof pocket, and it has armor, CE level 2 armor in the elbows and in the shoulders. It's like the flexible stuff that you slip in. This is a nice, warm hoodie. Love this hoodie. Check it out. Do you hear that? No, neither I, because it's 100% dead silent out here. There's not a cricket chirp, not an insect sound. There's nothing. It is so quiet out in these woods. I mean, I'm out in the middle of nowhere. I mean, there's a road there, but, you know, off the road, you get in these woods, I'm miles and miles and miles from nothing. And it's quiet. There's no wind rustle in the trees. There's nothing. Creepy. So I just got the bike loaded up. You can see it. I turn up. I have the settings crank way up. It's pitch black out here. I don't know if you can see it, but yeah, map 3. I rode that last part of map 3 off that charge, and man, it eats through a charge fast in map 3 because the tire's just kind of constantly spinning. So yeah, I think it's usually better to keep it in 1 or 2 if you want to conserve your battery miles for sure. But man, this bike flies in map 3. It's just so much fun. So fast. So fast. I love it. Almost as just like I love these woods and peacefulness. It's just so quiet. It's so quiet. Except for this dude out here with the camera. Disturbing nature. All right, well, thanks for sticking with me, guys. And until next time, have a fun ride.